Anthem demo on a new PC. This is the Asus ROG GM501G. It is my first time to play Anthem, and it took me a while to get things up and running, mainly because earlier I couldn't get the microphone to work. And it took me about 10 minutes before I figured out that someone had someone had muted the microphone recorder from the device settings itself. So I actually had to go into the device settings and re-enable or unmute the microphone. And I also had it took me some time to figure out how to get the camera to work, but here we are. So this is again the demo of Anthem, and as you can see, I'm just walking around trying to figure how things work. There hasn't been much in lieu of a tutorial aside from these blue and yellow arrows that seem to point me to the right direction.
What have you been up to?
You'll love it. Okay. It's called the Manifold. Well, technically I call it the Manifold.
And it does what exactly?
For years, I'd heard of a type of shaper relic that was able to amplify and augment the qualities of other objects.
So
never
some
encountered one,
cutscene,
never
some
knew anyone
dialogue.
that had, but
Graphic looks nice.
thanks to the
I'm running
Elysium
this at ultra
manuscript, I
settings.
know where one is. Right here in Bastion.
And you think it'll amplify
And
and augment the power
the
of my
machine
javelin?
again that I'm using is the
Precisely.
GM501G. It has
Not to
a
worry. Once we find the Manifold and get it working, you will be guaranteed.
GTX 1070.
First, the Manifold. Then
It's
the boosted
not
javelin.
it's not a
You
Max
silence the
Q
heart of rage and
design
Everyone
GPU.
lives
It's the
happily ever
regular
It's a little more complicated
GTX
than that.
1070.
Details. I've sent all the
So,
particulars of the location to Faye.
Maybe I'll
I
put
can't
up
wait.
a full review of this device soon, but for now, let's
Nice
play
day,
Anthem demo. Okay, so I'm getting pretty decent frame rates for a laptop. If you can see at my frame rate counter, it's
Hey, freelancer.
it fluctuates from below 60 to up to 80 frames per sec when I'm outdoors. So now I'm at 60 frames per sec in this outdoor scene. Can I jump inside this pool? No, I can't jump. I wanted to jump. Okay, I'm gonna show you the graphic settings first. Normally, I'd rather play at the lower graphic setting just to get a higher frame rate, especially when I'm playing on a machine that has high refresh rate. So the GM501G supports 144 Hertz. So I'm barely hitting 100 on this with Ultra. So I'm gonna lower it down to high, and let's see what that does to our frame rate. Hopefully we get a decent boost. And so far, I haven't really noticed any changes in the frame rate. So now when I'm in this hallway right here, I'm getting 80 frames per sec. Out here I'm getting 40 to 50 frames per sec. Wow. Okay. So apparently the dialogue is not yet enabled on the demo. The demo is quite huge, by the way. It's a 50 gigabyte download. It took me a while to download everything and get the game up and running. So this is actually the first time that I'm playing everything. So you're experiencing this for the first time just as I am. So I wanna turn it down even more. Let's try low settings. Let's see if this gives us a bigger frame boost. So now that I've turned the graphic settings down to low, I'm able to hit 65. I'm not going below 60 in this outdoor scene. So it still looks pretty nice even in low settings. But since the benefit doesn't seem to be that much, I'll try to customize the settings. So I wanna get, you know, the best frame rate possible. So let's put ultra texture settings. Definitely want ultra textures. Texture filtering ultra, mesh quality high, lighting ultra, post processing. Let's try. Well, let's try low. Terrain quality, vegetation. Let's try this. Okay, that looks better, but actually, if you'll ask me, even if the texture setting went to ultra, like, it doesn't seem that detailed from up close. I can still see, you know, all the pixelization and the stretching of the textures. So I'm not sure if we're using ultra textures, but we can. Oh, okay. I don't have Afterburner installed. Okay, if we had Afterburner installed, we could take a look at the resource consumption for the GPU, CPU, and the memory. So now we're hitting 102 frames per sec, which is decent, or rather very nice, but okay, now it drops down to 50 frames per sec. You know what? Wow, this girl is looking at me like she wants to hit me or something. Hey. Hey. Okay. There's no interaction? Okay. So, you know what? I'm just gonna bring this back to ultra. Okay. 50 frames per second, ain't that bad. Let's just wait and see in the more detailed and in the bigger maps if the frame rate still holds. Then I'm pretty okay with 50 frames per sec. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I'm gonna go on an expedition. Alright. So there's you can select available mission strongholds for free play. Blah blah blah. Alright. Quick play allows you to join expedition bases available. Okay, I don't want to do that. I think I just want to do this. Oh, okay. So here you can set the difficulty or the mission. I'm not sure if I want to join any public games at the moment. I just want to play alone for this stream. So let's go ahead and launch the expedition. So now we get a cutscene. I'm not sure if this uses the in-game engine or if it's a rendering. And we get to a loading screen. Let's see how quickly this loads. One of the main concerns that I've heard from people is that there are a lot of loading screens in this game. So you definitely would want an SSD or a very, very fast M2 hard drive is M2 SSD if possible. Alright, so we're in. Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow, what happened? So I just jumped and then it's another loading screen. Error retrieving Anthem live service data. What happened? I think the game just crashed. So it's not looking good so far. Or was that it? I'm not sure. Okay. So let's try to get back in. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn on the lights. That doesn't really help in terms of camera quality. The image is still pretty bad. Okay, so the game did crash, so we're back to the very beginning.
Hey, freelancer, contract go alright? Freelancer, I trust the contract
Wow.
well.
Okay, that sucks. But at least we get to appreciate the view even more, you know, doing it the second time around. But still, kinda sucks. So let's go ahead and go straight to the mission. Alright, Iron Man. Let's fly. And head on to the loading screen. Bam. Oh, it's not a loading screen, but the expedition settings screen. So I see that it's trying to do matchmaking. I'm not sure why it did that. I don't recall selecting a public game, but maybe I did. Maybe that's a default. I'm gonna turn the lights off again. Okay, the camera quality on this laptop, this is the Zephyrus M, by the way, and while it does come with a built-in camera, the quality of the video is pretty low. It's, I would say, VGA quality. Not something you'd normally use for live stream. I am using it to showcase the capabilities of this laptop, since Asus was kind enough to lend me one. Wow, okay. I crashed again. So I'm not sure if this has to do with my connection, or perhaps the servers are being hammered, but I do apologize for this. Let me just check what's happening. Possibly the live stream is interfering with the connection. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no way of checking that, but it seems that I'm stuck at the loading screen, and I'm not sure how to get out of this. I may have to restart the game, so I'll get back to you as soon as I figure out what's going on.